Okay, first truck was Titan, loading a 60-inch Hustler. As you can tell, it's tight squeeze. Even with the taller tires, of course I am running lower pressure. I drag on the fenders. And you might have heard in the video, see up there where it's dragging that fender, I haven't run it in here a long time. Even with these recesses cut on the back of the box, it was dragging a little bit. And if I run pressures like that, I'll probably play hell on the regular loading and unloading this truck. The benefits now would be, though, that you're fully boxed. You can put the tailgate on. It will pull forward a little more, and you could actually close the tailgate. So for some people, this is all for informational purposes only. For some people that might feel pretty comfortable, I would suggest pinning. For your safety, don't do things that you're not comfortable with. You see how I have a pin in a hole, and then hang on a sec. Then basically the ramp's made to fit in the stake buttons. Okay, so there's that, and that might be a possible alternative. Trailering to some degree can be dangerous depending on your situation. Out in open in the country, trailers, yeah, I'm all for it. If you're in a more urban setting or something and there's parking and things like that, then that's where these other considerations come in. Let me show you the 72 on the open bed. So as you can see, the 72 will fit on the open bed, which much more ease and comfort to me. Now, you will maybe get people that will try to pass you because they perceive that it's an unsafe hauling situation. The way I always did this was after loading, then I would capture my rear wheels by putting a strap over, and I have a fixing point right there, and then I ratchet down that rear tire in the position where I need it, and then to fix the ramps back into a transport position, it was simply pick up on your center bar, get it to a kneeling position, grab a little lower. I'll do it. And then it came up here to a kneeling position. And then when those ramps were in that final transport position, a binder strap came down to hold this wooden end against the steel, and that kept your ramps straight up and down. Now, considerations here, like I said, people will be next to you, beside you, around you, and say, ooh, that don't look safe. So they'll try to bully around you, get in front of you, or other such things. Another factor is, though, that once you're loaded, you can easily grab your handhelds off of the mower. So you just grab your blower, grab your trimmer, and everything is unencumbered. You got unencumbered access to everything. So I do like this truck. I did love running this truck when I did. It fell victim to the commercial insurance requirement because it was a special configuration on the frame length to the cab configuration. It's nothing heavier weight rating or anything like that. It's just simply, it was a unicorn type truck, just like you would have if you're running Isuzu NPRs or things like that. Then you're going to be kicked into another category. Now, that being said, that doesn't mean that I'm not going to run it. So, okay, another consideration was you saw that I had to flip these tires around, and also with a smaller rig like this, for better handling of the vehicle once it's loaded, you're going to want to back it in. Okay, that puts more weight at the center of the vehicle. I've tried it the other way, but then when you back it in, your front trolley wheels will be pointing the wrong direction, so you just kind of mechanically rotate those before you put the ramps up. I don't know, people think when they see all of this, oh, look at all that handling of ramps and and the capturing of equipment, etc., looks a little labor intensive. But at the end of the day, when I was running these rigs, it was less so because of simply fewer steps from when you egress the vehicle and you cone out to, you know, I guess the full measure of effort or a lack of would be from when you exit that vehicle door to when your machine is actually running. And net, I always came out better with mower on truck, MOT. So it's something to think about. It isn't for everybody, especially if you're in a scalable business model with employees, etc. And then, of course, it's anomalous. So whether or not, if you're like big business, whether or not insurance would accept things that are not of the norm. But one thing that happens is you can maneuver, you're a lot more traffic friendly, because all of these trailers that are being pulled behind that I've seen are basically not deck over. They are axle out. So if you have a 72-inch mower, for it to fit between the frame rails of the trailer, that means your tires and wheels are going to be beyond 72. And anything over 72 with the mirrors is basically traffic unfriendly on parking, sight lines, things like that. So that's a consideration too when you're in an urban environment. When you're parked up, do you want to have things that increase your risk mitigation, your frequency of dealing with ancillary stuff like insurance claims, etc. All right, you guys have a good day.